Hello again, everybody. Mr. Mitchell.
I'm Melanie.
Back again for another PE class. Today's class is all about yoga. All right, so what I've done is I've put together some pictures for you to follow, as well as you'll be able to see Melanie and I trying our best to do the poses during the slideshow. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to do a little warm-up. This one's a pretty gentle yoga-based warm-up. Just kind of getting our dynamic stretching going. So while we're moving around, then I'll start the yoga presentation with a couple of tips on how to do it properly. And then you can just follow along. Now, when we do the yoga poses, we're going to hold each one for 1 minute. Now, for some of them, or some of you, it might seem like a really long time to hold. But then you'll see in our yoga tips, one of the things that you need to be good at to do yoga well is be comfortable being still, okay? Now, I know you've probably been still all day working on your math and English and all that at your computer, but it's just a little bit something different that everybody can do regardless of your fitness level, your age, or your flexibility, okay? Yoga is for everybody. I am by no means a yoga expert, but I will do my best to talk you through the exercises while we try them ourselves. All you need today is an open space. We're going to use our PE clothes, but we are not wearing shoes. It's better to do yoga barefoot because you have better grip, so there's less potential that you will slip. We have a couple of yoga mats at home that we are going to use. Again, that'll help us with grip for some of our positions, but you do not need one, okay? Please don't use a towel, as that has a tendency to slide around if the floor underneath it is at all smooth, okay? It's better to go without a mat than with a mat unless you have a yoga-based mat, okay? So let's just start with our warm-up. We're going to sit on our mat or kneel on your mat, however you want to do it. We're going to sit up nice and straight. We're going to start with our neck. So we're going to look up and we're going to look down. Look up and down. Up, keep going. As you do these, feel a little bit of a stretch. Down, up, one more time, and down. Now we're going to sit up straight again. You look side to side. Side and left. Right and left. Right, left, right, and left. Okay, you can just put your hands on your knees. Okay, now what you're going to do, we're going to bring our shoulders up, back, and down. Okay, so we're doing big backward shoulder circles like this. Let's do 10 of them. Get the biggest range of motion that you can every time you do your circle. I have 2 more. Then we're going to go forwards. And 1. Okay, let's go forward. Same thing. 3, 4. Always sit up straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, let's stand up. So what we're going to do, we're just going to stretch our hands up as high as we can. Okay, we're going to go into almost like a star shape or a Y shape. And then let our hands fall to our sides. Let's go up again in a pencil. Stretch up. Come out into a Y. Stretch to the sides and down. Let's do 3 more of those. Up. Stretch. And down. 2 more. Stretch up. Pencil or Y. And down, last one. Up, Y, and down. Good. Let's just do our wrists now. You can pick one direction. Do 10 like that. Some of our yoga poses require holding on our hands, like in a plank position. So we want to warm up our wrists a little bit. Okay, let's go the other way. Okay. Next exercise for our legs. So you need a little bit of balance. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna bring your knee up, pull it into your chest, and let it go. Next one, up and down. So you feel a little stretch and release. Always get your balance before you lift your foot up. Okay, let's do 2 more of each side. Last one. Good. We're going to do the same thing to the back. So stretch and release. Stretch, release. Good. 2 more each side. Last one. Good. Now we're just going to go up on our tippy toes and down. We're going to do these 10 times. 2. Go up as high as you can. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good. Okay, we're going to do forward leg swings. Nice and gentle. Just feel a little stretch. When you go back, you feel a stretch in the front. When you go forward, you feel a stretch in the back. Nice and gentle motion. Okay, let's do the other foot. All right. Okay, well, I'm setting it up. Can you move the mat forward to here, please? Thank you. Okay, so should be a little bit warmed up for our yoga session. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to share my screen with you. And okay, so you should be able to see us in the corner as well as the PowerPoint. Okay, now, because we're doing this yoga session with you, when you hear that sound, that chime, that's our indication to switch positions. So either we switch to a different side, if for instance, the first few exercises have to do with our legs. So we'll do 1 minute on one side and 1 minute on the other. So the picture will be the same. We'll just switch feet, and I'll help to remind you of that. When we get past the leg-based exercises, most of the exercises switch every minute. So every time you see that chime or hear that chime, look up and look for the next exercise. Now, the tips I was telling you about, okay? Do what you can, and you is in capital letters there, okay? Everybody is different. Some people are really flexible. Some people, like myself and Milani, are not that flexible. So do what you can, okay? Just because the picture is showing one thing does not mean that you should be able to do it exactly like that. Sometimes it requires you to modify a little bit. Okay, Milani's doing one of the bridges that we're going to do later. Now, yoga is all about breathing too. So you want to focus on deep breathing. Always be thinking about deep inhale and trying to exhale all of the air out of your body. So really slow your breathing down and think about it all the time. When you're doing yoga, like we started with our neck exercises, think about having good posture. Okay, you don't want to be slouched over. Think about being proud, standing like a soldier. And get comfortable being still. You have to hold these for a minute. If you need to come out of the position because you're too tired or That should be really the only reason you come out of the position. You can't hold it anymore. Otherwise, get comfortable in that position and really settle in. That's when you get the most benefit out of the stretches that you're doing. Okay, so we're going to start with a standing pose, so you can stand up. Remember, when you hear the chime, that means that we're switching to the other side of the body or to the next exercise. So let's all stand up and here. Okay, our first exercise. You're good, right? Balancing, if you look at something that's not moving, it might help. It might be the floor in front of you. It could be the screen. Good posture, deep breathing. You can close your eyes. That adds a little bit more of a difficulty level. Try to put the knee or the foot that's not touching the floor on the inside of the leg. It's not on the front. If you're having trouble balancing, try spreading your toes apart. Okay, so that chime means we go to the other foot. So same pose, different leg. Deep inhale, exhale all the air out of your body. Some people like to do in their nose and out their mouth. It's up to you how you choose to do it. Okay. So the leg that you're reaching towards, you'll notice is pointing straight forward, okay? So your feet, one is pointed out, one is pointed forward. I'm gonna reach down my leg with my arm, and my opposite arm is gonna point up. I wanna be looking up the arm. That's pointing to the sky. You're looking up. Again, just go to where you feel a gentle stretch and hold that position. Like reaching up to the sky. Feel free to make those little adjustments to your position. Okay, come out to that position slowly. Let's go to the other side. That minute gives us a chance to get into position properly and then hold the exercise or the position. Deep breathing. Remember, you're looking for a gentle stretch. Try not to topple over. Okay, release. Let's go. Switch your legs so your other leg's in front. Okay? Your foot position is pretty much the same. This time we're almost doing like a lunge, so that front knee is going to be bent. My hands are going up in front of me, reaching straight up, and I'm looking up. Well, I'm looking at the clouds. It's making me lose my balance. Okay, the picture didn't change because we're doing the same one again. Okay, I think this is the last one standing up. All of these are pretty similar. We're just changing our arm position this time, but switch to the other leg. You want a flat, straight line from fingertip to fingertip. We're still focusing on that breathing and your posture. 1 minute can seem like a long time when you're doing this kind of stuff, or it's really short when you're doing other things. Rest those shoulders a little bit. Last one, standing up. I like to get my feet set first and then add in my hands. If you try to do too many body parts at the same time, you don't end up getting them in the right position. Again, just try to make yourself look exactly or as close to the girl in the picture as you can, and do what your body allows you to do. All right, we're down on the floor. Yes. Those legs to rest, okay? We're just leaning towards, her hands are on the floor beside her legs, so I'm gonna do the same. Now her elbows are on the floor. There's no way these Mr. Mitchell elbows are getting anywhere near that floor. So again, I'm doing what I can. I notice in the picture, she's bringing her toes up towards her face. You can do that too, for sure. I'm just looking at your knees. The elbows now? Good.
It will hurt my legs if I go all the way down.
Yes, you don't want to hurt yourself. Just feel a stretch and hold. Do some deep breaths. See if you can breathe in for 5 and out for 5. You got to do it nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, back bridge. She has her fingers interlocked on the floor. We push those feet flat against the floor. Raise your hips up. Try to create a straight line from your knees to your shoulder. Need a rest, just drop your bum down, and then you can go back into position. Okay, we all know this position. Some call it plank, some call it tabletop. Okay, this is one again you can do from your knees if you like to make it a little bit easier. You want your hands right underneath your shoulders and try to create a straight line all the way down to your feet. Keep your core muscles tight, but don't forget to breathe. Right there, down, right there. Go.
This is gonna be sore tomorrow.
Just breathe. You want to rest? Put your feet down and your knees down, and then go back up when you're ready. Okay.
Downward dog.
Downward dog. So basically, you can go from that plank position and then arch your back up, push that butt up into the air. You're trying to get the heels flat on the floor, but it's not fully necessary. Keep a straight back and straight legs at all times when you do this. Get your heels down. Okay, we're going into child's pose. So sit back on your heels. Toes should be pointed, okay, not up on your toes. Reach your hands forward, head down. And breathe. Okay, good. We're going to go through those last 3 exercises one more time. So we're back up in a plank position. And make sure those hands are right beneath your shoulders. Don't let your bum sag. Good, right there. Breathe, keep your core muscles engaged. Option to go from your knees instead of your feet. Good, so downward dog. Good. And last one is child's pose again. So really feel a stretch and relax here. Deep breathing.
This is more likely to be the relaxing pose.
Good pose to think about your breathing right now. All right, so we've come to the end of our yoga session. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now this is just basically scratching the surface of yoga, okay? I picked the most basic poses that I could find and that I knew that Melania and I could do. There are many, probably hundreds of other yoga poses that you could do. If you do know some more, continue them right now if you'd like. I like to end every yoga session that I do with just some meditation. So when I end this video, I'm going to go back and I'm going to lie on my mat in a really comfortable position, close my eyes for a few minutes and just kind of center myself and really think about breathing deep and trying to relax every single muscle in my body. Because at the end of the day, that's what yoga is about, is relaxing and rejuvenating the mind and the body. Okay. So hopefully you enjoyed our yoga class and we will see you next week. Looking forward to
Namaste.
some
Namaste, everybody. Namaste.
Namaste, not Mama's Day.
Namaste.
Namaste, yes. All right. Bye.
Bye.